time to call your lawyer.
We call our lawyer and friend, Bruce L. Shiner, attorney for the injured, to see what he's got to say about our question of the week. It's Ask the Lawyer. Maybe today, the day that your question gets answered. That is, if you've submitted one previously. If you haven't, but you've got one that's always bothered you, or perhaps you're in a legal situation now that you don't understand, I'll tell you how to submit your question coming up momentarily. In the meantime, let me caution you and remind you that what you're about to hear is just general legal conversation and should not be taken as specific advice in your specific legal situation. The only way to get advice for your situation is to sit down face to face with a professional and get some answers. Now, many attorneys offer a free consultation. Bruce L. Shiner & Associates certainly does. So why not take advantage of that? Sit down, flesh it out, as they say, and see what kind of answers come back at you. In the meantime, we can tell you this. You shouldn't sign anything, make any statements, or let anybody record any conversations until you speak with a professional. So let's see what Bruce thinks of today's legal brain teaser. Please make welcome Bruce L. Shiner, attorney for the injured. Good morning, Bruce.
Good morning, Todd. How are you this morning?
Doing fine, thank you. Getting warmer, isn't it?
It certainly is. Summer's on the way.
I know that you like the warmer weather, and I'm certainly not complaining about it. I know that it isn't disappointing to you that summertime really is starting to knock on the door.
Well, the thing that I like about it, though, is I get to go paddleboarding, which is my favorite avocation.
Oh, that's a wonderful thing to do. I'm glad that you enjoy that so much. Well, enjoying life means you got to be in the peak of health and fitness. And sometimes people rob that from us, unfortunately, when it comes to accidents. That's when we perhaps end up with a question like the one we have today. I'm hoping you can help us take on a boat question, a boating question.
I'm ready to take it on.
All right, here we go. Here's what it says. I was a passenger in a powerboat, and the driver of the boat came into the dock at a high rate of speed and crashed into the dock. I was thrown against a pylon and received broken bones and a concussion. The driver of the boat is claiming that the boat owner is responsible and that we should pursue his insurance. Is that correct? What do you think?
Well, this is very interesting. And in a car or motor vehicle accident, we have a theory of law called dangerous instrumentality. And that means that the owner of a dangerous instrumentality is responsible or liable for the negligence of the operator, even if the operator is someone other than himself.
I see.
The interesting thing is that boating accidents come under admiralty, which is federal law, and they don't recognize dangerous instrumentality.
Oh.
So in the question presented today, it would not be the boat owner who would be responsible. You have to look to the insurance of the driver or operator of the boat.
I see.
Now, the only way that I would see the boat owner being responsible is if the boat owner failed to maintain the boat. In other words, in this case, if they knew there was a problem with the steering and he didn't do anything to correct it and he just loaned the boat to his friend without telling him that there's a steering problem. But under most circumstances, it would be the operator of the boat and not the owner of the boat.
I see. Okay. Well, one thing we were kind of debating behind the scenes here is if you are required to carry insurance on a boat.
There is no requirement.
So the idea of going to the boat owner's insurance company, that may not be anything. That could be a dead end anyway.
It certainly could.
Okay. So obviously there's a progression that one is going to have to go through here to find out who would be responsible and who would be able to make things right financially. I'm already confused enough that I would want to turn it right over to a professional. That's why we always ask you about these questions. Thank you again for weighing in.
Thank you for giving me a question that taxes my brain.
Well, you said it Admiralty. Is that how it's pronounced?
Admiralty.
Yeah, okay. So that's a different area of the law we don't get to discuss very often. Kind of interesting. And like
That's correct.
And like I've said on previous installments of this particular program, people love learning from you, and we just learned something new. Thank you, Bruce.
You're very welcome.
Look forward to talking to you next week.
I am too.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's give it up put your hands together and let's thank Bruce Elshiner for a little piece of his time and knowledge about this sort of complicated situation. Now, you might think your situation is the most complicated to ever come down the pike, and that may or may not be true, but I can assure you Bruce Elshiner and Associates can answer your questions and help you out. You can you can submit a question for future consideration on Ask the Lawyer if you'd like to by going to our website, kickscountry929.com, and looking for Bruce Elshiner. If you need some more immediate assistance, then I would recommend you call their Port Charlotte office right now, 941-743-7777. 743-7777. They're on the trail, southbound side of US 41 between Forest Nelson and Midway, and they're ready to help protect your rights. Once again, 941-743-7777. Tell them that Todd sent you from Kicks Country 92.9.